Alright, this is a how-to video on how to do homemade grill inserts for an 07 to 13 JK. There's many different write-ups on the forums out there. A lot of people choose to use different materials. I prefer to use the aluminum rain gutter guards. You can pick these up easily at Home Depot or Lowe's. A lot of other people use like the plastic ones that come in reels. I prefer these because I can cut them down to size. I like the metal. I want to be able to paint them. And plus, instead of doing one whole sheet on the grill, if one becomes damaged or comes loose, I can take the grill off and fix that one piece. So these are like $2 a piece or something like that at Home Depot. Not very expensive at all. You're going to need quite a bit of zip ties. I think if I counted on my Jeep, I probably need about 54 anchor points. So you need probably like a lot more zip ties. So a lot of zip ties. You need zip tie anchors, such as this. I bought a bag of 100 for like $9. They come with the adhesive back on them, but you're not going to be using the adhesive that comes with the anchors. You're going to basically need to rub off all the paper and adhesive off these anchors and make sure the backing is a clean surface, because you're going to end up using Gorilla Glue and directly adhere it to the back of the grill, and these create your anchor points. I'm choosing to go with gloss black. We had a 2010 Rubicon, the Red Rock Pearl coat or whatever. We just traded it in for a 2013 Anvil, 10th anniversary edition. And instead of painting it Rubicon red, I decided to just do it black. So I bought some automotive paint, gloss black again from Home Depot. I'm going to put a layer of primer on it first, and I'm going to finish it off with clear coat. This is basically all you need for your supplies. Oh, do yourself a favor. When you're taking these adhesive stickers off, do them like 10 or 15 per day, like a week in advance before you actually do the install. This is the most time-consuming part right here. Well, that and waiting for paint to dry. Your fingers get kind of sore after a while. If you have kids or friends that get bored watching the game or whatever, just have them grab a handful and go to town and take all the glue off of them. But if you can't do those a couple days in advance, that way you don't kill a whole Saturday day just taking off the adhesive. Alright, so here I've cut a total of 9 pieces, 3¼ inch by 12 inch. I went ahead and just did the two other pieces just because I can paint them and have them on standby or backup in case one of those get broken, and that way I don't have to worry about cutting and painting later. So these are all prepped up, ready to go, and about to put all the primer, gloss black, and clear coat on it. Alright, so I actually let the grill inserts dry for a couple of days. Ended up being like 2 layers of primer, 3 coats of the black enamel, and then 3 coats of clear coat. I just want it thicker just to kind of help extra protection, keep it from chipping. And as you can see, I actually made 2 extra ones just down the road, so if I ever have to replace them, they are ready to go. So the next step is that we're going to have to remove the grill off the Jeep because we have to put the zip tie anchors on the back side of these slits. So you're looking at these plastic tabs here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're going to pull those up. And of course, for your turn signals, you have to kind of get back here and disconnect the harnesses. And we'll get to those in 1 second. And if you really care about your paint surfaces, what you can do is get the flathead screwdriver, get some electrical tape, wrap it up so it's not metal on metal contact. And all you got to do is get the blade of the screwdriver in here, pop up the center part, and then get the screwdriver to get down here, and that comes off like that. And to show you the other one over here, again, get the screwdriver underneath the flat tabs. Work it up. On this one, you may have to get it underneath it to kind of help pop the bottom part out, like that. And you'll keep going until you get all of them out. Alright, so after you get all the plastic retainers out, now we have to do the side marker or turn signal lights. So over here, I noticed they actually did the infamous red locking tab. Very easy. You just get your fingers in there, slide it out, squeeze this release, and we're loose. And that's it. Do the same thing for the other side. Alright, so once you get the two turn signals or side marker lights, whatever, done, then you got to actually use a little bit of force to actually just pull the grill out. Don't be afraid. Most of the retaining clips are along the bottom, so if you just grab behind here and just pull, they'll just kind of all pop off. The clip over here on behind the lights is kind of right above it, so just grab a good firm hold and just pull. And same thing for this side. Once you have all the clips done, the grill comes right out. Something I forgot to mention, so use a clean towel to rest the grill on so you don't put any scratches on it. Also be a good idea to wash the outside of the grill, dry it real good just so there's no dirt and debris on it, so that way as it slides around the towel it won't get scratched up and whatnot. So here in a minute I'm going to prep the grill surface and get it ready for gluing. So to prep the surface, what you want to do is get some rubbing alcohol and just basically clean the surfaces in between the slits and across the top. Alright, so what I did here is, as you know, most of you know, super glue bonds better if it's like on a slightly rough surface. So all I did was take a Dremel bit and basically just kind of etched out the contact points along the ends just to help the glue bond a little bit better. So to give you an idea of the placement, this is basically how I did it. So there's 5 going up between each one, so there's 8, so there's 40 pieces total. So if you're counting, do 40 pieces and you should be good. And if you notice, these in the middle, they don't actually fit flush, but what I did was I etched both sides of them, and then I also etched the sides of each grill, or slit, whatever you want to call these. That way the glue will adhere to the sides of these. I thought these fit, but then I remembered on the 2010 that I did this on, it was the same thing. I bought the 1-inch squares, but the Gorilla super glue actually held it for 3 years until we traded the vehicle in, and not one of these ever popped off. So if it worked last time, it should work again this time. Alright, so I kind of took the project indoors because it's getting kind of late outside. So these are my grill inserts here, and basically they go in the back of the grill just like that, and using the zip ties it'll actually hold them in place and give them more of a contour fit. The zip tie anchors are here, they're in there really good, and here's all my zip ties. What I do is I do them loose first, so I do the first one, I do the second one, then I do the third one, and as I'm looping the third one through, I'll go back and tighten the second one, or 2 ago I guess. Just gives you some leeway room in case you have to move stuff around. You just basically find the best hole it fits into, zip tie it down, it'll be a contour fit. One thing I learned from the 2010 is don't zip tie these down very, very tight. It'll actually leave indentations on the outside of the grill, so you can actually tell that the grill, it's got something in the back of it that's pulling it in. It didn't hurt anything, it just, you know, you can tell. Other than that, I'm going to keep on doing these until I'm finished, and then install the grill, final product. Alright, and here's what the finished product looks like. Everything's all zip tied down. Everything's flush against the grill of the Jeep. And now all that's left is to put it back on the Jeep. Alright, here I have the grill reinstalled, and the inserts are here. So you can see it's on there pretty good. And project is done.